Hey guys, on this episode we'll be looking at an LG washing machine that is giving out an OE error or is not draining the water properly. So we're going to look into how to sort it out. Now you might look at this washing machine and go, hold on, this doesn't look like my washing machine, let me exit. Hold on. This will apply to most of the LG washing machines. They might look different outside, but on the inside, they're the same thing. So we're going to get right into it, into how to solve for this issue, how to solve for this problem. So the OE or a 0E error, whatever you decide to call it, is an error that is caused by the washing machine not draining the water in the allotted time that it's been given. So the LG washing machines give it some time to do the draining, and then if it finds out that it hasn't drained the water in that time, it's gonna spit out an error, which is OE. The first thing you're gonna need to do is to make sure that you have checked the filter of the washing machine. Where is the filter of the washing machine? All right, I'll show you where this place is. So the filter is usually located on the bottom right hand corner of your washing machine. You need to check it every 6 months or so, just depending on how often you wash and how good you are at checking your pockets. So we are going to get right into that. Before we get into that, I'd say thank you for checking out this channel. I post a lot of these videos fixing washing machines. Gently smash that like button if you're finding some value in these videos. That helps this channel a lot, or subscribe, because you never know what might happen to your washing machine, and I do cover a lot of these. Samsung, LG, Bosch, anything that has to do with washing machines, I'll cover it. All right, so where were we? Filter. So the filter is on the bottom right hand corner of your washing machine. To open it, you are going to need no tools but your hands. All you need to do is come down here. So just try to get as low as I can so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So every washing machine will have this bottom right hand corner or left hand corner. You're looking for this little thing that's here. So you pop it open just like that, and it comes out. First thing we're gonna need to check is we're gonna need to remove this out of the way so we can access the filter cap. So the filter cap is this bit down here. So this bit comes off. It's like a bottle top. I would highly recommend that before you unscrew that cap, you get a towel, because there's going to be some water coming out, and I want to avoid you having that messy cleanup. You can remove this if you want, but for simplicity wise, we don't want to remove that. We're just going to open this. So opening it is just twisting it anti-clockwise. If you try to open it and you find that it's a bit jammed, that's probably because it's been a while since you opened it up. You've opened it up and it's clogged. So take your time with it and try to sort of work your way around with it and take it out. So mine's pretty easy, and here we go. Beautiful. So I've taken out my filter. You can see this is the filter. I've taken it out, and I'm going to have a look inside the washing machine to see what's going on. So the filter, usually if something stuck in there, there will be like papers or coins that will be stuck in here. So we're going to need to throw those away and just clean this up a bit. You can see that piece of lint hanging onto this thing. You're going to need to clean that out and make sure it's clean before you put it back. The other thing you want to do is make sure that this rubber seal is nice and clean. See how you've got some fluff there? That will create a leaking, boring leak if you don't clean that up. So you probably want to grab a tissue or a piece of cloth and clean that right away, and then you can put it back. But before we put it back, what I want us to do is to have a look deep inside there. So I'm going to get my torch, aka my iPhone, and shine in there. If you're Android, use your Android. So we want to have a deeper look inside there to see what's going on, to see if something is sort of stuck all the way down there. So you can see this is my torch, so you can't really see down there. Yeah, but if you look down there and you see something stuck in there, just grab it. Now in these models, the the drain pump is actually like in the corner here. You see there's a hole on that corner, and just fill in there to make sure there's nothing stuck in there, nothing holding the pump from spinning properly. See the wall I'm talking about? Let's get some light in there. There we go. So you can see there's a hole just here. There's a hole. You see it. And if you put your finger in there and feel for anything stuck in there obstructing the pump, and just wring it free, and then you should be good. Otherwise, if you look in there and there's nothing stuck in there, we need to keep going with our investigation, and possibly we're going to need to replace the pump at this stage, because the pump is not strong enough. It's just weak. So we're going to need to replace the pump. I'll put a link in the description below as to where you can find these pumps, where you can buy them. But a quick search on eBay with your model number will show you the right pumps to buy. Easily replaceable. So at this stage, you're going to need to grab your Phillips head screwdriver. I'll just probably put this filter cap back in because we don't need to forget about it. That way you won't forget about it. All right, so just putting that filter cap, and then we'll get into some hardcore stuff. Not hardcore really, it's simple. So we're gonna need to grab a Phillips head screwdriver, and as you can see here, there's two screws. There's one and there's two. So we need to remove those screws so that we can access the pump. So pretty easy. Remove those two screws, Phillips head screwdriver. If you've got an impact driver, you can use that as well. But let's make sure we remove these screws first, and then we can continue with our repair. Jeez. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Take those two screws out, and then we are going to go ahead and remove a panel. All right, so looking at this thing, you can see that there's a panel here. See this bottom panel? We need to remove that bottom panel. So to remove that, you're going to need to grab your screwdriver, and then you're going to need to work out how to remove it, and I'll show you that in a minute. So you're going to need to grab your screwdriver, flathead, and there will be some gaps in this panel. So just fit it in between the gaps and just pry it forward like that, just as I did it. And it's pretty easy, simple step forward to pull out. Just held in by these clips, and just these clips. So that's what you're prying off when you're actually taking it off. And then at the bottom, it's got some metal bits holding this bit off. So now that we're down here, we can actually see the pump, but we actually need to remove the main board, which is obstructing us from accessing the screws holding the pump. So the pump, the drain pump, our drain pump is over there somewhere. So you can see a pump there. I'll show it to you. We will remove that. So in order to remove the drain pump, you will need to grab your screwdriver again, and we're going to remove some screws. So there'll be two screws holding your main board, which we'll attempt to remove at the moment. So these screws, we'll remove that screw, bottom right hand corner, one out, and then there'll be another one on the opposite corner. So on the left top corner, you need to remove that, and then you can remove the board. And is out. Beautiful. All right, so to remove this board, we're gonna need to push it to the right. Here we go. All right, push it to the right and tilt it towards you because you just want it to be free, and sort of pull it towards you. Okay. It's a bit of a trick to it. There we go. And then free it. Now there'll be clips and stuff holding onto this board, so you just put in your screwdriver in one of the clips and it comes off like that. That will give you a bit more room so you can better access that pump. Alright, so I'm just going to move that to the side. Obviously you want as much room as you can get, so there'll be these plastic clips again that you sort of just like undo with your flathead screwdriver, and then just put it to the side just like that. That way that's out of the way, and then you can access the pump. So the pump is this bit here. That's your pump. That's what we need to replace. That's what's giving us problems. To remove that, there'll be 3 screws holding it in place. So there'll be 3 screws in sort of a triangle formation. So as you can see from here, I'm not sure if you can really see, but there's 1 screw here and another one at the top here, and there'll be another one at the bottom there. If you can you can feel for them and see these screws, and they just come out real nice and easy. So pretty simple process of removing this pump. Grab your screwdriver now. This is where an impact, you can't use an impact for this bit. You need an actual screwdriver, which you can better access in there with. Before you go any further, I like to make sure that you've disconnected the power and there's completely no power coming through to the washing machine. Before you unscrew those screws, you're going to need to disconnect the power to the pump, which is that brown wire and that black wire. You take those off. That will ensure better access to the washer, so to the pump. So 1 and 2, you remove those, and then you remove your screws starting with 1, 2, and 3. So you'll see all those screws. Remove them and then put it back in almost the same way. Sometimes you might need to extend the cable, these terminals. It's pretty simple. You just pull this out. If you pull this cable up, it'll actually extend. If you pull it up, it'll extend from where it's just being held. So you can see that I'm extending it. So even if you get a pump that doesn't have terminals facing that way, you can get one with terminals facing the other way. When you put it back together, just be mindful that there's a retaining clip here for the drain hose. Make sure that is facing away from the washing machine, from the pump. That way your pump will go in nice and flush. Well, just make sure you avoid it so that you not have any problems with like lining up the holes. Or usually when you put in the new pump, if it doesn't go in nice and smooth, you probably want to put a bit of grease around the new rubber seal of the pump that you've got, and that will work well. I think I've got some videos that I actually replaced the pump, but it's pretty simple enough in this video that if you get stuck, let me know in the comment section below and I'll be able to help you look for the right pump for your washing machine. Or if you get stuck in any stage of replacing this pump, let me know and I'll be more than happy to help you out, get out of that tough spot. Putting it back is just doing everything in reverse. Remember to put back the main board nicely and secure it, and then put in all the plugs and connections and then connect it back to power. That should get rid of that OE error. Hey, if you found any value in this video, please click that subscribe button or gently smash that like button. It does help the channel a lot. Thanks for checking us out. Till next time, cheers.